Ja, herzlich willkommen zurück bei Dings, ne? Ihr wisst schon. Wir reden jetzt mal mit dem Barkeeper.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
Aha. Ich schaue mir erstmal meine Beweise an. Gut. Ja, Fahrerflucht. Oder wie siehst du aus? Ja, Fahrerflucht.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Ich zweifle das mal an.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Beziehung zum Opfer?
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Ich denke mal, dass der Herr uns jetzt gerade die Wahrheit sagt.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
Und was ist mit dem Streit, Herr Lynch?
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Anzweifeln.
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy.
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
Okay, und was ist mit dem gemeinsamen Geschäftsvorhaben?
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Ich glaube, da zweifelt. Bla. Ne? Verschweigt uns wieder ein bisschen was.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you gonna tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Gut, vielen Dank.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm gonna need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Goldener Griff.
So this is why everybody comes to Ray's.
Okay. Interessant, interessant. Hier ist auch irgendwo ein Telefon, sehe ich. Gerade. Ist nur die Frage, wo. Hier. Da frage ich mal beim Erkennungsdienst.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
Hallo?
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Aber hier hinten ging es auch noch raus, habe ich gesehen. Vielleicht finden wir da auch noch was. Sieht jetzt aber nicht unbedingt spannend aus hier. Mülltonnen sind leer. Und auch sonst würde ich mal behaupten, dass es hier nicht allzu viel zu holen gibt. Vielleicht täusche ich mich dann natürlich auch. Das kann ja sein. Hier noch was? Nee. Ja, dann sage ich einfach mal, ich bin hier fertig. Kann der mir eigentlich noch was sagen?
Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't
Sorry.
come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
Doch. Doch, also, fände ich cool.
We've got a couple of leads to run down. You have it under control here?
Sure. As soon as the coroner gives the word, I'll finish up here.
Super. Gut, was haben wir denn jetzt hier alles so für Möglichkeiten? Aufgaben. Sheltons Wohnsitz untersuchen. Dann machen wir das doch mal. Da fahre ich jetzt aber mal nicht selber. Ist das überhaupt mein Auto? Oh. Ja, gut. Das nächste Mal dann.
You're behind the wheel.
Ja, Sheltons Wohnsitz.
All right. Where to?
Ist das gerade der Leichenwagen? Naja. Wen interessiert's? Hoffentlich muss ich keine Verfolgungsjagd machen. Ah nee, das ist jetzt wieder der andere Wagen, glaube ich. Oder? Ja. Komisch. Was hat denn der vor? Der sieht ja gut aus.
That's the son of a bitch right there.
William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Shit. So viel zur Verfolgungsjagd.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Ja. Gut, ne? Ups. Habe ich gut gemacht, ich weiß schon. Aber Leute, shit happens. Der entkommt uns schon nicht.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Wonder he killed someone.
Bin dabei.
Driving like this. Don't let that asshole get away.
Hab ich nicht vor. Er macht's mir allerdings auch nicht gerade einfach.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Ja. Ups. Ich war's nicht.
All right, I give up.
Das will ich auch hoffen für dich.
That's it. Cuff him and we're done.
Give it up, LAPD! How's
Yeah.
vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my
Bestimmt.
fault.
Ja.
I'm a
Ja, ja.
surveyor. I need my license for my job.
Mhm.
There were people around.
Kannst du deiner
and a woman
Mama
and a man were
erzählen.
standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Leave the coroner and the paperwork. Procedure can wait. We should probably go speak to the wife and let her know what's happening.
Okay. You become all hard at the prospect of paperwork, don't you?
Dann fahren wir da mal zu Pattersons Wohnsitz. und verständigen die bestimmt trauernde Witwe. Und lassen unseren Kollegen fahren, ist ja klar.
So the wife was there when it happened, but then left the scene.
You're right. That's pretty unusual behavior.
She could be in shock. I saw some people do some strange things in the war after their buddies got hurt.
Maybe. Maybe she doesn't give a fuck. According to the patrons, her old man was a piece of work.
You don't think...
Phelps, the guy was run over. So it worked out well for this broad. So what? Maybe she deserved to catch a break. Who knows?
Okay. Blue Room Jazz Club. Klingt auch nicht schlecht. Wohnsitz der Pattersons. Schöne Gegend. Nicht. Gibt's hier vielleicht was? Nö. Gut, dann gehe ich mal nein. Also, klopf.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Vielen Dank.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
Sieht ja
You
mitgenommen
don't
aus.
appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here.
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
Aber natürlich.
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
So, dann stellen wir doch mal unsere Fragen. Fahrerflucht zum einen.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Ja, glaube ich jetzt einfach mal nicht. Allerdings weiß ich nicht. Zeugen berichten von einem Streit vor dem Unfall möglichst. Ich zweifle es mal an.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Grund des Streits.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Wie die immer lügt. Ich zweifle es auch mal wieder an.
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
Und was ist mit der Partnerschaft mit Leroy und Leroy Sabo.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Das ist eine Lüge, das wissen wir.
Being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
Du bist auch ein kleiner Mann. Naja.
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crack games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit-and-run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Okay, und den Rest sehen wir dann in der nächsten Episode von LA Noire. Bis dann. Tschüss.